Hey, MarkKing here, and here's another one of these dubious stories. China says virus pushing U.S. ties to brink of Cold War. This is by Breitbart. This is Breitbart News, okay? So, China said Sunday that relations with the United States were on the brink of a new Cold War, fueled in part by tensions over a pandemic, as Muslims around the world celebrated a muted end to the holy month of Ramadan. Foreign Minister Wang Yi said Washington has been affected by a political virus, compelling figures there to continually attack China, but offered the olive branch by saying the country would be open to international effort to find find a scapegoat. That's what they mean. Okay. Again, the American media does not serve America. This is who the American media serves. Okay, right here. Winnie the Pooh. Okay, that's who they serve. Okay. Quote: It has come to our attention that some political forces in the U.S. are taking China-U.S. relations hostage and pushing again all this accuse your enemies, right? That this is exactly what's going on here, and the media will be complicit. Okay, it's kind of like why I use Breitbart. From what I've seen from Breitbart, they don't seem to be part of the agenda. Okay, it could change. Okay, but from what I've read so far, and what I've seen from Breitbart, they're not like the other guys. Anyway, so let's go to some details. So I'm gonna tie this in to like more news I've seen like across the internet, but it ties into a couple of things. Okay, end EU, the end of American-led world and rise of China happening before our eyes. Okay, the EU is very dangerous. It seems like a lot of these guys in EU are siding with the communists. Okay, this is why they so despise Brexit. I believe it showed that Britain still had a spine. They still had guts. They still had balls. I'm sure that made many of these worshippers upset. You know, again, the British people once conquered more than half the known world, or half the known world, just like 200 years ago. Or 2,500 years ago, 300 years ago. They flipping conquered the west and the east. Just have some pride again. Berlin, the European Union's top diplomat has called for the bloc to have a more robust strategy towards China amid signs that Asia is replacing the US as a center of global power. EU Foreign Affairs Chief Joseph Borrell told a gathering of German ambassadors on Monday that analysts have long talked about the end. Again, I've heard this since like the 90s, right? That China is on the way to replace the United States. Trump was a brief pushback, but we'll see what occurs afterwards. Again, we have to oust those we even suspect of communism in our government and our media and then Hollywood. Okay, right? This is happening now in front of our eyes. He said. Borrell said the pandemic could be seen as a turning point of power shift to the West. He said the 27 nation bloc should follow our own initiatives. Okay, that's actually good. Yes, yes. But China rise was impressive. Okay, here comes compliment. Borrell said current relations between the Brussels and Beijing were always based on trust. This is lies. This is lies. This is like there's nothing transparent about the communists. Okay. Anyway, okay. Alright, for more strategy. Speaking at the same conference held by video link this year due to the pandemic, German Foreign Minister Heike Maas echoed Borrell's call for greater transparency from China, an issue that has become for over Beijing. Germany takes over the 6-month rotating presidency of the EU in July. Okay, that's the end of the story. But this just ties in. I'm gonna tie both these stories into something a little less, a little less serious, right? But again, EU green agenda calls for eating bugs to save the planet, right? So again, the reason why these countries in China eat the way they do is because they were held under communism for such a long time that they were forced in many instances and still are to essentially eat dogs, eat cats, eat bugs. Okay, You want to push this upon your citizens again. You know, I mean, all we want to eat for thousands of years is meat. Not that we have it. It's like these insane environmentalists who have wrapped themselves up in the government are pushing for us to eat bugs. Absolutely insane. Anyway, insect-based proteins to be extensively promoted. I guess this is supposed to make swallowing communism easier. If you learn to eat bugs, then communism will be used to it. Is this the big fu here? The big surprise. Moving more plant-based diet, less red and processed meat. Again, meat is good for you. Okay, all these guys who have these plant-based diet have to take protein pills. I'll leave it here. All right. So what I have to say. Share, save, subscribe, thumbs up. Take care. Bye.